Let's ruffle shuffle and go down the rabbit hole one more time and see what White Rabbit is going to give us as a spirit read subject. The first one was interesting. Started out with appreciation, but appreciation out of balance becomes obsession. Okay? So thank White Rabbit for that. Okay, and our second one starting out is patience. Patience. Okay, let's take our Astro card out and see what it has to do with patience. Okay. Journey. Okay. Yeah, this is a tough one with people. In the journey, a lot of it has to do with patience. And people want it, and they want it now. I don't know how many times I've had people come on the spiritual path, and they think they're going to get to enlightenment within a year. I'm going to be the one person that can do it. Even Buddha didn't do it in a year. Siddhartha, didn't do it in a year. Okay, nobody did it in a year. So this idea, and they want it, and they want it now. I want it, and whatever I want, you need to give it to me immediately. Okay? But let's see what the cards have to say on this subject. But yeah, it takes prudence. You need to work at it. Okay? You need to work at it. The journey takes working step by step. Okay? It's like he's hammering that out in the world, and things take time. Going into it, we have death. Okay, let's see what's on the other side of this. Death and, okay, the Hermit. This is about, like I was saying, the path to realization, enlightenment. People want it, and they want it immediately. They don't want to do the work that's involved. They don't want to take the journey because it is a solitary journey. Okay? Now you can get a map, you can get a guide. Okay? That's what the guru is, waiting with knowledge. One that can give you a map and a guide and say these things are beneficial, these things are not, but they cannot do it for you. Okay? And you have to be willing to enter that death before death. It's a death to everything that you thought you knew. Okay? A death to everything you thought you knew, and a reawakening, a rebirth into something, a new consciousness, a new awareness, a new aliveness. Okay? And it takes patience. It takes working on it step by step. It takes being willing to go through the dark times with the light, okay, and find out what's real and what's not. It is a journey that one has to have patience on, and there's no way around it. You have to do the work. Okay, this is not something that you can't buy your way to enlightenment. Okay, there is no way to make it go faster. It happens by grace as well. Okay, but you have to put in the time. You have to be open. You have to be willing to surrender to the divine is. Okay, and make your way through the darkness. You have to challenge that. That's why when you see Kali, that she's so fearsome looking, because you have to challenge your fears. One has to challenge their fears and the dark places that you don't really want to go, that you want to run away from, you want to cover over. But those things have to be challenged. And what did Christ say? Fear not. Fear not. You have to face that, and you find out that they are illusions that one has gathered and collected and allows to run their lives. Okay? People, a lot of times, they fear death, and that's why they want to go. But, when they find out that one surrenders and it is like a death, then people back off. And then they go, no, well, I don't actually really want enlightenment. I just want to make my ego life better. I just want to have something so I can control things. I want it to work out the way that I want it to work out. Okay? I don't want to chance it to something else. Okay? But I can tell you from direct experience that enlightenment, while it's fearful, that last moment can be terrifying. I can tell you that, because you know something is coming to an end. Okay? And you don't know at that point, because you are holding to faith, you're holding to faith. But you don't know if you're going to be possessed, if you're going to cease to exist. It's that terrifying. That unknown. You are crossing this barrier into the unknown from the known. Okay? And one has to be willing to, like Christ said on the cross, into your hands I commend my spirit. Okay? And he says on there, Father, why have you forsaken me? Okay? Why have you forsaken me? And into your hands I commend my spirit. I'm trusting you, but I feel like, it's that terrifying thing. You feel like you are alone, and you do not feel this supportive thing there when you would come to that point. That's why what I said in my journey, I said, lay myself on the altar of truth. And that was an actual thing that I said, and then totally surrendered, like giving my hands, like Christ gave his hands to into your hands I commend my spirit. That same type of thing that, I'm letting go of everything, and it's up to the grace of God. And at that point, everything shifts. You go through that death before death, but you find out there is no death. That was the illusion. Okay? You find out that everything is life eternal. The divine is. And it is a place of peace. This peace that passes understanding. Just this, I've never been born, I've never died. I am that infinite is. That's the cognition immediately that comes. It's an immediate thing. And all of the mistaken notions that one has had are out the door, like they never existed. That was a film. That was, and that film has been removed from the camera. It's no longer playing. Now you've entered just this light. And all the images, the former images of this soap opera life that one has had for lifetimes is at an end, as if it never happened. There's an immediate shift of consciousness that takes place. And all of these things are known in an instant beyond time. In an instant, the old has passed away. It's like this says, the old earth passes away and a new heaven and new earth appear. Okay, it's like that. It's that transformation that happens. And it's immediate. Now, people want that immediate right away. They don't have the patience to make the journey. Okay, but you have to make the journey step by step. But then again, it happens by grace. But it can take years and lifetimes to get to that moment of grace. Okay? So don't despair the journey. Keep working at it. Keep doing what you need to do and surrender. Be willing to challenge and to go into those dark, fearful spaces that we don't want to see. The things that we have held that have run our life of, abuses and those types of things. We have to be willing to look at it. We have to be willing to go to forgiveness. We have to be willing to let go of these things, to move forward in order to get to that point of enlightenment, realization, okay? Which can and does take place. And like I said, it is an immediate shift. One has gone from darkness to light. Or like Buddha says, I have awakened. I was in the sleep, but now I'm awake. Okay? And then Christ came and showed there was eternal life. I have the appearance of dying on the cross, but then he came out and showed the next day, appeared to them. See these wounds? You see this? You see this? No, it's real. It's real. I'm telling you, it's real. Life is eternal. I'm telling you. Okay? Follow my steps. Follow me. In other words, walk his path. Whatever I have done, you can do in even greater things because I go to the Father that sent me. Okay? So what did he say? What I have done, you can do. And even greater than that. If you have the faith of a mustard seed. Now that's an interesting concept, the faith of a mustard seed. The mustard seed is the smallest seed. And it grows into one of the biggest trees. So that's the faith you need. The mustard seed has no doubt it's going to become a mustard tree. Okay, there's no doubt in that. It doesn't say, I'm so small, how could I ever grow into that big tree? It doesn't say that, okay? It plants and it grows, okay? And it fulfills its purpose. So that's the faith that's needed, the faith of a mustard seed, okay? And if you say, move this mountain, it will move, okay? So there are many other things that we could go into, but we're not going to go into those today. What's bound on earth is bound in heaven. What's loosed on earth is loosed in heaven. That's why it's so important for you to, again, let go and have compassion and release people, not condemn them. Okay, so important. So I am going to go ahead and bring that in now. Okay. Even those that want to try to be your worst enemy, okay, you do not condemn. You do not put that negative energy out to them, okay? Okay. You can condemn actions. You never condemn people. There's a difference. I may talk on this channel against actions that someone is doing, but I have no hate for anyone. You cannot have that any longer. Okay? You cannot manufacture. It cannot take place when one has entered realization. Okay? It's gone. It's not possible. Not possible to hate anyone. You can condemn actions, fallacy, lies, fears, those things you condemn. But in the heart of hearts, the divine is, you know that everyone has the same amount of the divine is there. And the only difference between realization is one is aware of it and sees the truth of the universe, and others are still within the mind frame, in the mind spin, okay, in the illusion, okay. And so you have compassion for that illusion, because you know that illusion causes suffering. And you don't want to see anyone suffer. You want to see them come out of suffering. That is a light worker. Not to be a wounded light worker, okay, but to make the journey completion that you can actually give from the place of light. Okay, so much love and light to everyone. So thank you to White Rabbit today for have patience for your journey, the progress. Progress takes time. It's something that one has to be willing to work on. One has to be willing to venture. It's the mystic's journey, okay? And that takes a lot of soul searching. That takes a lot of being willing to enter the wilderness till one comes to encounter death and finds out it's the greatest illusion, okay? The greatest illusion is ego, this feeling of separation, and that death is a real thing, okay? So much love and light. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to White Rabbit Oracle cards for bringing up those subjects, okay? So maybe we'll try using these for a time now. I do change them up on occasion because we definitely get different readings with different oracles. But I think that White Rabbit has served us well today. What do you think? Much love and light. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you online.